Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Stellaris, where we are picking up right back where we left off, and not just at the energy cap, despite my best efforts to try and build up my fleet, as we need to do that a little bit more. We also have my main fleet just taking out the main fleet of my latest opponent. Well, should I say latest opponent? We're going to call it something else here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and unpause, because these guys are going to be going ham on the system here. We've gone to war. We took an attack of opportunity against the Othethi Compact, and we still have one planet to take. How can you hope to defeat us when the spirits themselves are on our side? Are you so sure? I don't really think things are on your side. We also have Placid Leviathans going through there, and we have this system occupied right now. I need to know who's trying to come in and take it back, though. So let's go ahead and send you guys over here, and this is just going to be a little bit of a defense force. Let's do it that way. So that should scare off some of this, because I have a feeling that those are troops coming in to try and land. In fact, I'm pretty certain that's what that is. But if we look at this planet, you see that we have the fortifications are coming right back up for us right now. So while they're taking their dear sweet time winding up here, we do have hostile fleet engagement as well. Yeah, this is the disadvantage with warp drives, is that it does take some time to actually wind up and get going. But they have no military force to speak of now, whereas we, on the other hand, can just keep on building things. If I'm not finished, I have destroyer assembly yards. Let's go ahead and make some more destroyers. I don't think I need to worry as much about, let's see here, we need a level 5 spaceport here. And we can go over to Earth, who can probably use another upgraded spaceport too. We don't have a ton of minerals right now, though. But we are still going normal speed. And it looks like those troops decided not to land, because you can't just sit there and bombard your opponent. You have to actually drop back in on these guys. And I have a bunch of Psi soldiers right here. Not all of them Psi soldiers, but a bunch of them. So here's this area now clear of almost everything. I want to see... this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to loop around and make sure there's not any other places, because we're going to need to build a frontier outpost as well. And that could mean that we extend this war a little bit, because unfortunately we had a bunch of scientists die last time. So that's going to be a problem per se. Now let's see here. I have looked at this system multiple times, and I can put a colony ship here. The other thing that I wanted to see, while we kind of have this going on, is if we can actually use a colony of these guys. Can we actually build a colony ship? Yeah, we can. Alright, so these guys are going to just be pretty happy, and now we're... this is just basic systems here, so there's no frontier outpost there. However, once this battle's done, hopefully we can move you guys again. And, oh, diplomatic communication. They recalled an embassy. We would rather terminate our ambassadorial program for the time. Oh, why, guys? I don't want to sit here and have to expand my horizons to everybody down south, but we are one mind regarding your people. You are friends of the great Mythfell Imperium. We're cordial. Well, that's nice. And they're equivalent to us. Fleet power equivalent. Everything else equivalent. These guys, like I said, I do want to vassalize them eventually, but let's see. Where are you guys right now? You're going over here finally. Alright, so we have a token fleet just guarding the area down there. That's not terrible. We have another frontier outpost here, so we can clean this up in a hurry. Our war score right now is 42. They would accept peace at this point. Obviously they'd accept white peace, but they literally have nothing on us here. Alright, so once we get this colony ship situated, I do want to see what it's like to have these emancipated people going all the way over here. And I'm pretty sure this system's been fully explored. Really? Part of it hasn't. Okay, well, let's explore the system then. Any other places? I always feel like, well, where are the places that we're missing? Because we have been, unfortunately, having to use a bunch of extra influence right now just to push up here, because we need to get this border, and right now it's going to take a multiple frontier outposts to do it. Alright, so more hostile fleets.
Construction complete.
Nothing very exciting. Here's our 6 stack. It's going after the frontier outpost. We want to keep as much of the infrastructure here as possible, but we're all flying in aggressive formation. And we have a rivalry with our neighbors, that's fine, and active buildings, as per the usual. I'm not sure where exactly it's talking about, other than there's a pop going right here.
Updated.
Alright, well,
Hostile fleet
let's see what we got up here. Because I'm going to need to go over to this area. And it looks like they have possibly another set of Navy troops over here. So we have some Placid Leviathans over here. We can probably go ahead and start researching these as well. We're down to 1 scientist right now. Like I said, I want to extend our borders in both directions.
Situation log updated.
And hopefully that won't take too long. And I'm not 100% sure what extra research we're going to get from all this.
Situation log updated.
There we go. So more situation log updates. Good, we have all these things. We still have asteroid-sided things not being completed, but we have... Our troops are just cleaning out their frontier outpost at this point. And I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little worried that if... Oh, we got another frontier outpost up here. Well, I'm still worried that if I don't take out something right here, don't like drop a frontier outpost right here, I'm not going to have border access all the way up and over. So if we speed this up a little bit and then wait for our landing and occupation over here until we can get a construction ship over here. Let's go ahead and drop it all the way over here. We've got 2 construction ships. One is actually working. We got a tiny anomaly too, really? Towards entering discoveries to be made on the surface. That's like the most generic sounding one ever, but okay.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Yeah, is it really a fleet at this point? I mean, we're going for total victory right here, and it's working out pretty well. So once we get, oh my god, it's 2 per month because we have so many damn frontier outposts. But that's one reason I wanted to build a colony ship, is that right now this is being supported by a frontier outpost. And we don't need to do that if we can get another planet here. So I don't know if they're building much of anything right now. They're still inferior. Their naval capacity is still equivalent somehow. And there's a world that we can take on good, so we knock that back. Yeah, we're going to need a frontier outpost over here if we can actually build one. Like I said, I'd love to take this planet out too, but we may just have to do this over 2 wars. Like, because if we take this, I'm worried that we wouldn't have access here because this would peel over. Biggest thing is that at the end of the war, I don't want my fleet to be stuck. So, locked in the remote part of Alkid 5, the scientists team has found an out-of-place metallic tablet. Alright, it contains basic information about a distant system. Using illustrations of what appears to be a periodic table, Science Officer Garma has been able to use this information to deduce the location of potential resources the system has. So, on a distant, not that distant of a system apparently. Or maybe we can already see it, or maybe we can't, I don't know. Well, we still got movement around here. We got the construction ship going. What do we got over here? We got Last Stand Part 2. They've actually got some troops. Oh my gosh, those are all just like troop fleets at this point. Well, how are their other wars going then if they're not like really contesting us? Like they got one little splinter faction over here. This is a protectorate under the Tzdekian Union, which is over here.
Construction complete.
So did these guys just like get pissed off and split up everywhere? No, those are slugs. So those guys split. Well, that's alright. Now, the thing is that I don't really... This is more of just a strike to take out their capabilities. Because they are trying to rebuild a fleet a little bit. And are you guys really going after the mining base first? Ugh. Wish there's a way I could have this fleet just prioritize military targets. Like, I don't want to destroy the infrastructure here. Oh well. That's what I get for calling them aggressive, right? So where are you guys? Who are you?
Hostile fleet engaged.
So
Situation
combine you
log
guys.
updated.
So you all are 600. And we'll just put you in orbit right here on this moon. Cool.
System survey complete.
Which means all of you guys
Hostile fleet engaged.
can go ahead and join up here. So here is their last rebuilding fleet. Our technology is just superior to theirs. I mean, it's a transport fleet and then some destroyers. Looks like they're still using shields, so they haven't updated that technology for us, using a lot of torpedoes. And if you see those little blue things around there, those are little fighters that are ready to go too, although we gotta get closer. Those fighters, I'm pretty sure, pulled a lot of weight. We have explosive weapons, we have kinetic weapons, some tiny beam weapons. But their shields have nothing for it, so... Hang on, is this a Gaia world? What? That is a huge, huge world. Not only it's huge, but it's a Gaia world as well. And it's too bad that we won't be able to take it this time. It really is too bad. Alright, so that's down now. Like, if I occupy that world, I can't keep it, is the thing. Because if we look back at our war diplomacy here, and you can see we've won every engagement we've had. And we get occupation bonus as well. We can only take goals that we have. Like, we can't get this planet because it needs to be occupied. And we can't add other things later. I mean, it might be a way if I, like, do some kind of total dominance victory. I said, what I really want to know is... Okay, we're lacking influence. I'm going to go ahead. I think for the greater good of all of our sanity, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Kind of work our way to the conclusion here. And I just want to go ahead and enter orbit. Because right now, what do their armies look like? A little bit of surface, one defense army, some defenses. We don't have a bunch of scientists dying, so we can possibly get some gases now. Subspace sensors, ion disruptor. I'm more interested in the sensors. Alright, so that spaceport is just dead. Just gone. And look at that. Gethmar is now a 5-star admiral.
Situation log updated.
And we only need a little bit of stuff to gain. And look, there's the rest of our support fleet just coming in like they own the place, right? So that's not bad. I said one big thing I want to see is... Let's see, which construction ship is this? Should be this one, right?
Construction complete.
So we gotta go fastest. You know what? We're just gonna go to war against these guys again anyway. So if we don't get access up to this arm right away, we're gonna be reconsolidating all of our frontier outposts over here. So maybe I shouldn't worry about it so much. We'll keep the construction ship over here because we gotta rebuild. How is our colony ship doing, by the way? It's probably done.
Debris
This is not the planet I'm looking for, though, is it? Nope, it's further south. So there's our colony ship. Actually, if we click on this planet, we should be able to hit the colonize button and then see what's available. Orbit around this place. We can choose these guys. They're primitive, but now they're primitives in space. So that's going to free up one frontier outpost. And I do think it is probably in the best interest of everybody involved, including my war economy right now, if we go ahead and combine powers. Apparently into the 7th iteration for whatever reason.
Debris analyzed.
So how's our orbital bombardment going, guys? They're at 0 defenses. Alright. We'll put this back down to normal speed. Actually select these guys. Let's go to the land armies. Let's watch the fun. It's like we're taking a big dump on this ocean world. Which is kind of what we're doing. So they can't heal, and here comes our forces. They are going... Look at that. They're just getting ripped through. Like, their morale's getting shot. Everything is just great. Army damage modifiers. Neo-concrete fortifications. Well, we're Psi Warriors. So it doesn't really matter what you do. And we should get a... So we have a successful invasion. I think we can just do complete victory at this point. So they'll accept it, even though we're slightly above our war score right now, because they're just not fighting right now. So let's go ahead and send the demands. And what do they say? Peace! Peace is ours. So victory, peace message. These terms are acceptable. Our forces will cease operations. Well, you kind of already ceased operations. So 2 seed planets. We've successfully gotten that. We've analyzed debris. We have inactive buildings. We have too many planets. We have unemployment on Schlurg. Really? Of all the places. Well, let's build... I mean, I know I don't, like, super need power right now, but I'm going to later. Let's go ahead and build one here. So right now we are over the planet cap. We do need to send a science ship, preferably one that actually has people on it, and we do actually have border access right now. That's awesome. So that means we can just go ahead and explore up here, but I don't really want to recruit another scientist, but still that's very exciting. So let's go ahead and just... I'm going to go and combine you guys and send you in for repairs. So, victory, job well done. They still hate us, but they're now pathetic, and their naval capacity is officially inferior. They still have their Gaia world. They don't have much else right now. Meanwhile, up here we'll be able to get some more influence here shortly. So like I said, we're barely holding on to that. Let's go ahead and move here. So you're done all the way over there. I don't know why I'm still paused. I could try and colonize this too. This is a tundra world as well. Oh good, so the Setjari Alliance of Holdings has joined the Just Entente. Interesting. The Hagaver civilization on Bablik Lax has finished construction of a primitive space station low over their homeworld. It generates gravity through centrifugal force, and although it is avionics and power systems are crude by our standards, it must be considered a significant achievement, given their technological base that they are working with. Cool, so they have an actual, well, space station. Yay! Aggressive observation. They are early space age. So if they come out of space age, will they hate us, is the question. You know what? Maybe we should go ahead and just try and get these guys into our empire. Well, we're not the owner of this, so we can't really do that. I guess we'll just have to crush them another way. So, look, we have our first stretch of our tentacle over into this other side. Alright, so this science ship is still going through all the wreckage. We have 1 influence right now. That's because we are... that's because we're losing places fast, or that's because we have too many planets. Alright, so I guess what's going to be best to do, if we go ahead and look here, we're going to have a faction for the Glorum return to the Othethi Compact, and they will start sabotaging. Now what I can do, what I'd really like to do is to connect these systems, but these, that would take yet another frontier outpost in. Whoa, they're starting to expand out here. Alright, and these guys are fanatical purifiers. They're pathetic to us, so we're probably going to have to smack them down. in just a minute. Let's go ahead and have one of our construction ships build a military base right here. I know I said I wanted to do some like rebuilding of these guys' resources, but it looks like I'm actually going to have to survey the systems first, weird as that sounds. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll start over here first. So this science ship is going to have a lot to do, and Garma will hopefully gain some good levels out of it. As long as he doesn't get stuck behind enemy lines. Because we currently have a truce with these guys. We cannot declare war on them until 2297, so 10-year truce. The day of judgment when we pass grows ever closer. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Your day of judgment. No, your day of judgment. State your intentions, parasites, so these guys still don't like us. They are equivalent, but with an inferior naval capacity to us. So the next time we go to war, it's going to be rough. And we are free to go to war with them right now, if we so desire. So what is the Just Entente? Apparently that's with the that's with the Athletic Compact and the Tazikian Union. Okay. So that means the next time I want to go to war, let's see exactly where that is. And this does happen. I think that is a nice feature here. Your nation is both flawed and primitive. I thought you guys liked us. I guess not. They see us as a threat. Oh man. So they see us as a threat. This is what happens when we get all this expansion going on. All of our neighbors start to not like us. So okay, since when is the Athletic Compact actually like, we actually care about what they're doing? Like, since when are they the sympathetic ones? We are just trying to spread and survive through the galaxy. Is that really too much to ask? Apparently so. Let's go ahead and crank up the speed a little bit. Oh yeah, I need to make another sector. Because right now we got some planets that are said I would love to connect these. But unfortunately there's no actual connection, so that one's kind of out on its own. We could put Earth in there, we could put Othethi in there. That doesn't seem like a great idea. So we'll just start this sector here. That'll do. Just like that, we're back up to 2 influence. Cool. Meant to do that earlier. Finish. So I guess soon we're going to have to worry about war from the north in a little bit. So that is another reason we need to keep building up until cap. So how can we do that? Do you all have a... you all don't have a Corvette assembly yard.
Debris analyzed.
Earth, you will need a better spaceport. Hythea, you have kind of a better one. Let's start building some... well, you know what? We are almost at the point that we have some cruisers we can make, but it requires level 5 spaceport. Let's do that now, just so that there's less confusion. Like, we're still making money hand over fist, and since everyone sees us as a threat, because we've just expanded everywhere, this complicates things a little bit, because now that they're in an alliance, the next time I go to war, at least I'll have a good opportunity to, like, vassalize them.
Analyzed.
That's going to take a little bit of time. It is really too bad that I couldn't take that planet. Alright, so antimatter power, and there we go. Full repair on now the 7th Squadron. You know what, at least we're equivalent instead of inferior, right? Okay, why do we have auto cruisers still? Like I said, we are going to play around a little bit with the shipbuilder next time, because we do have some research that's going on for bigger hulls. I think battleships are going to be key for whatever next engagement we take on, because that's going to kind of put us over the edge.
Construction complete.
Alright. So subspace sensors, really? Okay, I'm not sure why this is delaying that when it's our science ship that's actually doing this, but whatever.
Complete.
I'll have to look into that and see if that's actually an issue. So this doesn't tell us how to actually spend, but we're making too much money. Does this mean if we need to do edicts here? These don't cost money to maintain. These actually cost influence. And until such time that we can spread around, we're not going to be able to get that influence.
Debris analyzed.
We have a colony ship over here. Did we finally make a... Did we finally make a colony here? Yes, and it is trying to build. And we got one pop on the surface. So once that's done, we can take out that frontier outpost. So that's good. I guess after this, it's just let's continue to build up our military, right?
Construction complete.
I think a lot of cruisers. I think that many cruisers is probably going to be enough. In Spaceport level 6, we don't have battleships yet.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, someone want to declare war on us? Diplomatic proposal. Star charts for star charts. Sure, why not? What can you teach us?
Colony established.
Not too much. Alright, so we can try and make some other colonies here. Once again, one thing I want to know is, on the surface, these guys are free. These guys are actually loyalists as well, so even though, I guess they were selected to go onto another planet, which is very exciting. There's no governor here, nor should there be because there's a sector administrator. Well, you know, okay, this is really dumb of me. Since I have so much energy, we don't need all the industrial focus on all these places, and I don't know why we have 2 ESCOG sectors. But we'll go ahead and let's put some of these on like a research focus. Like I said, all these are just generating so much cash. And we don't have any available governors, and right now I really need to build the next frontier outpost, which we should be able to do in just a little bit. Alright, so what's this science ship doing now? We still have some crap up here. Looks like we're finally surveying our home systems, though. Alright, so go ahead and just build mining stations. We're close.
Complete.
Okay, research stations. And you know what? We actually have discounted frontier outposts for some reason, so scratch that. 90 and 180. That must be from that rare tech. So it doesn't... I thought it just applied to military stations. Turns out it applies to everything. So once we get this here, we can hopefully start deleting other frontier outposts. Like this one. I mean, technically this one's not supposed to be costing us anything because it's in a sector, which I believe has been acknowledged to be a bug. We need that one. But yeah, this is pretty good. I like the idea that the game is going to attempt to check our expansion here. The United Uberic Confederacy. Is it... Oh! Really? A building has been ruined by the Athalan Xenos United on Athalan Jor. Well, I tried to give you all your own governance, and for some reason you guys just keep being pissed off. Why ever would you be at 5% happiness? Recently conquered. Alien slavery. Slavery allowed. Purge allowed. Resettlement allowed. Collectivist regime. Oh, so this just goes against everything that they hoped and dreamed for. Well, let's look at this real quick and see these factions. Alright, they're just going to continue to do this even though I have them in their own sector. The only way that they're really going to stop... Well, there's a few ways that they will stop. Pretty much, let me just see here. I could actually outright pay a bunch of stuff to get them back. I could return to their planets. I could wipe out their host empire. Those are all options. We've got a lot of ships, though. Let's go and combine these. So yeah, I think we're doing all right, and hopefully we'll get this done here in just a little bit. There we go, and that'll be a good enough point to end it. So actual tile blocker, leader size, hydroponics farm 3. Why do I not have the orbital hydroponics? That's really weird. But noxious swamp. Let's go ahead and do this. Almost went with noxious swamp because it's shorter. But yeah, with you guys expanding out here, this means we're going to have to definitely watch out, because we got people from the west who want to wipe us out, people from the east that don't like us, somehow taking one aggressive war because we want to have a path to the north. And look at this, we got another path as well. Fantastic. So we are in better shape now. We can actually go ahead and delete one of these. I think I will delete the frontier outpost by Light's End. And if we can see how we blob out here. Okay, good. As long as we still have border access. That's the important thing. So these two will unfortunately have to stay, unless there's a colonizable planet here, which is entirely possible. And it looks like we're in a position finally where we're going to need to recruit another leader. After our bunch of death for everyone here. Unfortunately, there's not a very good person in terms of exploration for all these, but let's just go this way and start surveying systems. We need to get way more intel on what's going on up here, or if we need to send troops. But at least for the moment, we've accomplished our goal. We have access to the galaxy's arm, to the spiral arm out here from 2 stretches. We have a bridge over here, and we have a bridge up here. So, by ourselves, we're kind of on our own, but we're bigger than everyone else, and hopefully that'll be enough, because I have a feeling we're going to get an aggressive turn on us very, very fast, which once again is why I'm trying my best to up the fleet cap. But that's it for now. This is Asher. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll do this again soon. New contact as well, so what a way to end it, from the Gronkoran Combine, which is all the way over here. Hi, cat people! We greet you as one. So, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care.